if you talk to people who are making a living or business owners in pretty much any area of business, there's always the say, well, you have to use technology. Yeah. We're in the 21st century. We're almost a quarter of a century, almost 25 years in, and there's always a push for the use of technology. We're talking about AI today. We talk, and AI is in medicine, and an AI in education, and AI here, and AI there. Is there an opportunity, and not just AI, but the internet and social media and the tools that are out there that people are using to connect with their world on a day-to-day basis? Is technology a part of the things that you work with to try to get that reach, and if so, how?
Okay, definitely artificial intelligence is taking over a lot of heavy load that the humans always feel. I always say that this is a great opportunity for people, for the hard workers, to stop hard working and doing more like some kind of brain work. So artificial intelligence is always a great help. We need more investments on technology from the arts and the cultures. We always, to offer a great experience, like immerse that viewer, you have to use equipment. These days you have this Apple Vision Pro that you put them on, and you can pretty much offer a full experience of a 3D concert. So it's kind of crazy, but we need the support of the community, so to create this. Yeah.
Very interesting. So, do you perform, say, streaming concerts online? Is that something that that you do? And last time we talked, you mentioned that your efforts are seasonal. So you actually have a season, yeah. Right? Can you talk more about what the season looks like, so people know a little bit more about yeah. when it starts, when it ends, and if these activities are only available live, or if they're also available partially online?
Well, the new season starts on 2024 October, and it goes to May 2025. So the orchestra offers 3 programs: the classical, which involves the classical masters; the pop series, which offers a variety of things like movie and classical music. So this year, for 2025, we have Jurassic Park. And we have the Focus series, which is where we have the great opportunity to involve our Hispanic community, is where we try to mix genres. We mix classical music with jazz. So it's where we have the opportunity just to bring the new audiences there. So yes, definitely it's happening there.
Yes, yeah. And this is all at the Dr. Phillips?
Well, we have the Dr. Phillips Center at Steinmetz Hall. That's like where we perform the classical series and the pop series. And we have our own house, is at the Plaza Live. This is an old school rocking chair theater in city of Orlando. So that's the house of the Orlando Field. So it's a more like intimate place where we perform the Focus series and some storytelling time for the kids. So yeah.
So you're working part of your time in philanthropy, part of your time in cultural awareness, as a cultural ambassador. You have a microphone, you have an audience. What are some of the things that you need in order to be able to accomplish your goals of raising that awareness and raising those funds? Like, where is it that the organization needs help?
Well, wow, that's a great question. I would say we need to ask better questions. If we ask the right questions, we get the right answer, or at least something real close. So we need just be more curious and ask how we can help. This is the time where these are disruptive times where we have to disrupt ourselves before somebody else come and disrupt us. It's better to do it on our own. So asking the right question, like, okay, I'm here, I have all this wealth. I don't know what to do. I have everything in life. How can I help to feel myself more human? I'm talking about the big people with the big dollars who are the ones who can make more impact and help us move. So those are, from there down, because we all can help from some angle if we are curious enough to put ourselves in different perspectives. So yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So I'm an amateur musician. I'm a rookie musician. I pretend to play the guitar and sing, right?
Okay.
And in that world, I've met a lot of real musicians, people who are very talented and who do it for a living. And whether they're singers or guitarists or drummers or even people that play some of the more classical instruments like the violin or the cello. And one of the things that I hear from them is this perception that music should be free. So if I want a musician to come and play, right, for a party or at a bar or at some public venue, that it really shouldn't cost very much because it's just music.
Yeah.
Do you get a similar feel when you're dealing with the classic arts, or are people more aware that this is truly a gift and that we should be conscious about the value that it has, not just for the individuals but for the community?
Okay. Well, there is definitely a scale of greatness in the music industry. I think that the way the musicians are treated is not the right way to do it, because like you say, it's like, oh, it's just this, it's just that, but they don't see all the work that the artists put behind, like the hours, the suffering. So, and because it's something abstract, you don't see it. So it's kind of like you don't perceive the value. It's like you don't have it. So why should I pay all that money to hire that musicians? And from the classical industry, it's been, I guess, I talked to some of the musicians at the field, and they work with the field, but they also are like a freelancing. So it's been kind of hard for them to people to give them the right value. So, and it's in general, I think that is another matter of perspective. Yeah.
Well, excellent. So what are some of the things that we have to look forward to in this new season from 2024? You mentioned already Jurassic Park. How many events are there in the season? And how can people get more involved? They just call you?
Yes. If anybody here have any questions, I'm here to respond. But I think that something that is coming like really, really hard is the new generations of musicians. We have we partnered up with an institution called El Sistema. So it's a group of musicians from Venezuela. So they are kids, like Hispanic kids, probably 95%. So we are trying to do great things for them also. And so that's coming like really, really good. I mean, we can talk about the great people like Beethoven, Mozart, and all these things, but I think that we need to focus more on the new generations. And by the way, today we have a great surprise. We have
Yes, we do.
a great musician. Her name is Daniela Garzon. She's from Colombia, and she is one of our ambassadors for the field. So we are very blessed to have her here. She's, like you say, from childhood to where she is right now is being guided. So I think that guidance is also what we need to look for. Guidance to these new kids that are hungry for arts and culture, but if they don't engage with somebody who take them to one of the concerts or to live that experience, they are lost, So, yeah, so I probably encourage people and to ask questions. Arts and culture, we need this. I mean, we need the businesses, but civilization is like, we were made based on art, and culture is like, so if we find the right synergy, I think that is a great call.